And we're live.
We're live. Welcome to Cigar Hustler Podcast, episode 393.
Bam.
I forget what I say after that. What do I say after that?
We got fully animated boots today because Ginger's here.
Oh, yeah.
Bam.
That's right. He wasn't here last week.
Yeah. Was he? No, he was here last week.
Ginger?
I have clips of him disappearing in my background.
Kind of in and out, in and out, in and
Yeah.
out. Nice. Well, hello, Michael.
Normally you talk about...
Well, we're going to
Well,
talk
I have
about
that after this part we're adding in today.
Oh, okay. So you want to talk about our trip?
Talk about our trip. Yes, let's talk about our trip to Pittsburgh. Lovely Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we went to Pittsburgh.
Everything is 38 minutes away, no matter if it's 5 miles or 50 miles.
Or across the street. If it's across the street, it's still 30 minutes.
Still 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Terrible traffic, construction, and everything else you could think of.
Yes, but one of the great things about Pittsburgh was the retailers.
The people.
Yeah.
The people were amazing.
I didn't think I'd ever say that
About anywhere?
about any trip anywhere.
Oh.
You know, you normally just meet a couple of good retailers.
Right.
And then you have a couple of... Like, that sucks. You get kind of, you walk in, you get kicked in the dick, and we was okay.
Everybody was so happy to see us.
It was very nice.
But nobody's answering the phone today. Just throw that out there.
Oh, yeah, they're all dodging you?
Yes.
Like the plague.
Yes.
Oh. Well, don't give up, Mike.
No. You never give up.
You know?
No, they've already all received a phone call and a text message and or an email.
Yeah. And then circle back. Call again.
Yeah. Well, today was the thank you for taking the time to meet with us. We really enjoyed. Looking forward to working with you.
Yada, yada.
Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Oh, that's nice. Well, we had two great events.
Yes, they were great events.
We were at Cigar Vault Oakdale.
Well, the first one we did was beer and cigars in Harrisburg.
Yes.
That was the first event. We're going to do it chronologically.
Okay, you want to do it chronologically?
Yes, but if you want to do how we visited, yes, we went to Oakdale. And then we went to Oakdale. And then we went to BL Luxuries, and then we went back to Oakdale.
Okay. So, yeah, James is pretty amazing, man.
He is. I really like James.
Yeah, he does a great job taking care of his customers,
I didn't realize how big the beer part of the operation was.
Oh, I knew.
Well, you had been there.
No.
Oh, you had never been there? Gotcha.
The flipping right now must be crazy.
It's like
it's ridiculous.
A Walgreens-sized store full of alcohol.
Yeah. So we did an event there, and it went extremely well.
Yes, he has a nice crowd there.
Now, before we did this event, Jack Tarano called me and said, hey, as soon as you see James, you got to tell him go fuck yourself.
Right. Say it's from Jack.
Yeah. And I said, okay. All right,
Yeah, fine.
sure, whatever.
Right.
No questions asked.
I go, I think I said, is this going to cause a problem or something? And he's like, no, it's not going to cause a problem.
No, he knows I don't like him.
Everything will be fine.
Right.
He didn't say he knows I don't like him.
I thought he did.
No. He said it'll be totally fine.
Oh.
I said, okay.
I love that I live with Bomber.
You weren't there. Maybe he did.
So I forget about this. I totally forget. We got into the event. We're talking with people.
I put a note in my phone to do it.
Did you?
Yeah.
And I didn't. I forgot. So then we got the text.
Right.
And
Did you tell him?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then I look at James and I say, "Oh, hey, Jack Tarano says go fuck yourself."
Right.
And James kind of lost it.
Yeah, he did there for a second.
Yeah.
Like he was angry?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
he was infuriated.
Oh.
Yeah, like he was going to go, Jack Tarano? How dare you say his name?
Yeah, he's like, screw Jack and, screw
fuck that
Espinoza.
guy. I can't stand him.
And, like, we're going to clear your stuff out, too, now, and all of this
right,
stuff.
yeah, if you guys are associated with them, your guys' stuff's out, too.
The sad part is that I'm so immune to all of that, I'm just like, all right, well, whatever.
Yeah, we just went, okay.
Guess we'll just leave now.
I guess we'll...
I guess we'll just sell what's left and go.
I guess this is the end of the account. James seemed like a good dude, but we'll leave now.
I don't know him that well, but I think I knew him well enough where it was kind of odd.
Yeah, but he did a great job. He was, he was convincing.
He did. Yeah.
So I walk up to him and said, "Hey, man, sorry if we offended you." And he's like, "Jack is a terrible person," and I'm like,
But he could never tell us what he did.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Jack, like Jack."
Yeah, you guys talked to him?
Yeah, I'm like,
twice today.
Like Jack Tarano, guy's never done anything but good to us ever.
I was thinking I had to go. Maybe it goes way back to like Tarano cigars or Durant.
Listen, if he's a good person today, he was probably a good person then. You know what I mean?
But I was trying to think, when could he have done something?
Trying to get some reasoning behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a Jack impersonator.
No, so
there's so many of those out there.
So we're like, hey, okay, well, hey, sorry if you're pissed off about that, and
we won't bring up his name anymore.
Yeah, I guess we won't say it again.
Can we just keep going?
You feel like this is a setup?
Oh, it was.
It was. That's the way it turned out. It was a setup.
It 100% was a setup. So let's call Jack because Jack is very excited about this.
Yes, there's some history behind this.
This is the ending of the joke for Jack.
Yeah. Well, it's the ending of the joke for Jack, but the beginning for us, unfortunately, for Jack.
Yeah, Jack doesn't understand the retaliation of this group.
There will be blood.
Yes. This will not be forgotten.
Let me see. I got 2 Roadcaster Pros here.
Forgetting's good.
Either one. So.
How do you have 2? We only have 1.
I have no idea.
Well, the old one, new one.
Oh, I thought he meant he had 2 that showed up. He has 2 on his phone.
Maybe Ginger has a Roadcaster Pro over there.
Yeah, maybe he's doing his own podcast.
He's doing his own podcast over there.
A podcast within the podcast.
Yeah.
He just records us and releases it early.
I'm here now watching.
I'm here now with Cigars Podcast. They are calling Jack Tarano.
Hello.
James Garcia said to say, fuck you, Jack.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, God. How you guys doing?
Good, Ben. So you played a little joke on us.
I did.
You did.
How did it work out?
It worked out pretty well. James is very convincing. I'm not going to lie. You know, the sad part is that we're so accustomed to just the mental abuse of retailers, and we're just like, I guess we're fucked here. Okay.
Well, he kind of threw me for a loop when he was not only throwing Espinosa out, but Patina.
Yeah.
By association, we were done too.
Yeah.
Were you guys listening on my end?
It was on speakerphone. Yeah.
Well, you didn't catch what I said at the end?
No, he was yelling pretty loud and pretty aggressive. What did you say at the end?
I said, I love you, big guy.
Oh, yeah, I heard that, but I didn't know if it was you just being a smartass to him. You know,
because he then wrote me back right away, and he said, I love that you ended it. I love you.
Yeah, it actually came across as you being like, "Hey, well, fuck you, and I love you." You know, like you weren't gonna go away, like you were some obsessed dude.
So that all started over a year ago. Mm-hmm. It all started with a couple of posts that we would jab at each other, and then people started asking me and him, "Dude, you and Jack really hate each other." And he got a kick out of that. So he would call me and tell me, dude, there's somebody else that thinks that we hate each other and this and that. And then that kind of went away.
Right.
And but when you guys told me you were doing an event there, I thought, this is a good time to rekindle it.
Yes. Let's bring this back.
Let's bring that back.
Let's fuck with the Hustler Boys and bring this back.
And you did. You fucked with us pretty good. It was a pretty good job. He texted me, they are really uncomfortable right now. You know, I didn't feel uncomfortable, to be honest.
It was a little awkward when he said, we're out too. I'm like, well, what do we do now?
It was probably, it's more uncomfortable for Palmer than it is for me. I was just like, all right, whatever. It was, it was nice to know you, buddy. I'll see you at the show.
Let me tell you, everybody was in on it. I'm telling you, I had alerted Tyler Jones. I told Hector. I said, this is going to play out perfectly. And then at about Friday night, at about 8:00 at night, he sends me a text. They haven't passed along the message. And I'm like, fuck. So I texted you guys. Did you give him my message?
Yeah, right. We forgot.
And then 5 minutes later, he's on the phone yelling at me. It was just hilarious.
He messes with his customers pretty good too, man. The phone was missing, and there's
he stole customers' phones.
Yeah, they have a good relationship there.
There was a lot of back and forth going on with him and the customer.
And he's very convincing. When he was asked if he knew where his phone was, like, no, I don't. I don't have it.
Yeah, I didn't think he had it.
Yeah, I'm like, James doesn't have it. He just said no. He's been gone. He had to go run around. There's no
Yeah,
way.
he went and got the lamb chops.
Yeah, I'm like, son of a bitch. He stole the phone. So,
Well, listen, I'm glad I could bring a little excitement to your event.
yes, thank you.
Would have been good if the customers would have been in on it too.
You know, revenge is a dish best served cold, buddy.
You already, I already got your text.
You know,
The
so
gauntlet has been laid down.
Yes.
I
He just
got your threat.
he does not understand.
yeah, okay, all right. All right.
The tampons in the mail was just
Yeah,
that
what,
was-
Listen.
what do you
wasn't even-
what do you normally fly? Delta or something?
United. United.
All right, okay. I'll make some calls.
Oh.
Make some calls. It's gonna get interesting now,
Do
buddy.
not fly list is coming in effect.
You know what? You got a practical joke played on you. Let it go. That's it. It worked out well. Why do you got to retaliate?
It was
I don't
fantastic.
understand.
It was great.
It was
but
fantastic.
Let it
Jack,
go,
I don't
you
think you understand these two guys.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Swordfish? you ever seen Swordfish?
What is swordfish?
Like John Travolta, the theory was, they send a
Yes.
bomb, we drop a nuke, that type of
Yeah,
scenario. Yeah. We live by that. That's our motto over here. So, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We'll all have a good laugh.
Well, yeah. Listen. If you guys get me, I'll laugh about it, and it won't be. I'm going to get you back. It is what it is. I got you. Let it go.
Oh, that's very passive.
Let
of
it
you.
go.
You're such
Just
a
let it go.
passive guy.
That was my reply to your veiled threat of the gauntlet has been laid. All I wrote back was gotcha.
Yeah,
That's it.
you did, and you did. You got us, and it was very good. It was very good. And James is a very good actor. He was very convincing, and I thought we were done. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, that's it. It's over
we drove
here.
3 hours. Now what do we
It's
do?
over here. We'll just clean up our stuff, and we'll be on our way. Good to see you, James.
Listen, if listen, I will always have your guys back.
Yeah.
But now I know you won't. You don't have mine.
What do you mean?
Because you were standing there front and center with this guy fucking cussing me out. You guys should have jumped in and said, "Hey, fuck you, Jack's with us."
Oh,
That's what I
but you
would have done,
did.
Jack.
When was the phone call? I don't think I was
Boots
there.
would have fucking had my
Yeah,
back. Boots would have.
really? You just wanted me to get violent and intense.
Just immediately.
Should have taken a swing at him, Michael.
If you would have fucking knocked out James Garcia, it would have been the greatest story in the history of fucking. Nobody talks to Jack like that. Boom, lay him right out. That would have been the best story in the cigar
Well,
industry.
we tried to get intel from him as far as what had happened. Like, what is it? Like, no, he just screws everybody over. I'm like, and I'm looking at him and I go, Jack?
Everybody?
I said, I said it like that. I'm like,
Do you mean Hector?
Jack
7'1"
Tarano?
Jack Tarano.
Are you-
That's when you knew there might be something up.
Yeah, something didn't make sense. I'm like,
Yeah, Mike the Greek
Like-
took a swing at him and they're friends.
I'm
so
like, he,
Are we talking about the same Jack?
I'm like, he's been nothing but great to us. Is exactly what I said to him. Like, are you sure?
can you describe the Jack that you're talking about?
That was the direction I went. I didn't think that Nagasaki didn't cross my mind as far as some like, swinging on James, like, no, screw you, and then go to punch him or something. No.
We're out of here, Mike.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Leave all that shit here and let's go.
Screw him. And instead, I want the civil way and trying to discuss with him as to what type of person Jack Tarano really is.
How you could mediate this thing
Yeah,
with
exactly. I feel like I can fix this. And that's where my mind was going moving forward. I'm like, wow, now I got to make Jack and James friends. Yeah.
I feel like
Maybe we can get an order for Jack out of this.
Yeah. Did you not get the Independence warheads? Because ours took over a week.
Yeah, we still don't have ours yet, so
Yeah.
we will send you ours if they show up.
Yeah, it's okay.
you guys don't have yours yet.
No, they came in.
No, they came in late.
Oh,
last week.
Jesus, right.
When you arrived, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why Richie's, number 4 or something like that, or number,
That's what it is.
Yeah. He had an opportunity to climb on that ladder, but he didn't. He screwed it up. So
Man, I can tell you that he was on top of the warehouse for some other manufacturers.
Yeah.
For some other reasons.
I believe it.
He definitely know where his bread is buttered, man.
Yeah. Hurtful.
Yeah.
Hurtful.
Hurtful. You gotta, well, you can't, all of a sudden, put him in the Alfredo corner.
No.
Can't do that to Rich yet.
I won't yet. He's just getting a demerit. That's all I'm saying for his shipping. It's just noted.
Getting dinged.
That
He's getting
Can
dinged.
be erased with M&Ms.
Yeah, he doesn't get a pass. So, okay. All right. Well, we'll let you go. We're going to get on with this podcast, but good job, buddy.
And good luck, Jack.
Well done.
And good luck.
Like I told James, I love you guys.
I love you. We love you too,
We love
buddy.
you too,
and
Jack.
we will pray for you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Jack.
There you go. Back to back, Jack Tarano.
Jack doesn't even understand.
He does not.
I wasn't there for the phone call. I must have been in the back talking to somebody.
I don't know. I thought you were in the front.
I don't remember the phone call.
He stood up and he's like, "Bah," he was yelling, speakerphone, the whole thing. I'm like, oh, he's pretty angry.
Yeah. You take the headphones off if you want to.
I don't want to.
He likes them.
I don't like them now. They're uncomfortable. They give me a bit of a headache.
All right. I took him off for you.
Yeah, Jack doesn't understand that we're the type of people that will wait 8 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
8
get
years.
you.
Could be 8 years from
Yeah.
now.
You never know.
Oh, yeah. I
He's
remember
working
gotta
for
be
somebody
ready.
else, and all of a sudden, boom.
Right. Gotcha, it.
Gotcha. We'll unplug his respirator at the hospital.
Like the
There we go.
the all infamous bang joke.
Yeah, I mean, that went on for a year and a half. We were sponsored by Bang Energy. That got to be expensive for me. Our sponsorship.
Oh, you had to end it. He's like, man, I got to end
Buying
this. I got too
T-shirts
much.
and jackets and having Bang sent here.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I hate you too, Paul.
Even your wife was in on it. She even knew.
Oh, God.
I don't know how you never caught on. Everybody knew but you.
I just believed you. I'm sorry for believing you.
That's-
I'll never believe you again.
Yes, you will. Because you also won an award one year
What award did I win?
from Eric Gutterson. That year they gave out all those awards.
Oh, from Dojo?
Yeah, from Dojo.
Yeah,
We
that
got
was
best podcast or something.
that was not true.
No, that
So
wasn't
that-
true either. But
yeah.
you thought that
I
was,
believed it at the
You
time.
believed it at the time too. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, that's actually a bad one, Palmer.
Thanks
that
so
one's
much.
mean. You got the best podcast
that-
award, and then that was fake. Come on.
But on that one, I made the fake thing and sent it to him to try to clue him in on the joke.
Right.
And he got so excited he thought I had seen it online and it was real.
Oh, my God.
And then I was like, oh.
So you know what? So you know what has happened now? Because of all these years of abuse, when he sends me an order, I vet the shit out of it. I'm like, okay. You know, when he says, "Oh, I got a $5,000 order," I'm like, "Okay, what'd they buy?"
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh," and then he starts
Show
ducking
me the text messages.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to need to see exactly what it is. And when he shows me what it is, I'm like, this is not a $5,000 order. This is shit.
All right.
And then I throw something at him. See, look at how angry he's getting.
I'm not angry.
Flustered.
He's turning red.
That was him
You wanna go-
ruffling his feathers.
I want to go to the events.
Yeah, let's go to the events.
All right, this Thursday, I'll be at Blend and Barrel in Sanford, Florida. Did we move the camera up? Because I can't really see this.
Nope, you
In
just
Sanford,
moved down.
I'm shrinking. In Sanford, Florida, from 5 to 9 p.m., doing a Postania and Dalmore pairing night.
Yes.
Then July 5th, we have a private dinner with Skip, a.k.a. Chip Martin from Romacraft. Tickets are still available. It's an event in our private lounge with a barbecue dinner, sampler, and a live taping of this wonderful show, the Cigar Hustler podcast.
Yes, an exclusive interview with Skip Martin.
Ooh.
Yes. The other one, the first one we did was 4-parter?
It was long. It was like 3 hours or 4 hours.
Oh, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning time we got done.
We won't let it go that long.
Well, no, but I mean, the people are going to be eating, so
Yeah,
I mean,
after
they'll start leaving.
Yeah, after about an hour and a half or so, if he keeps talking, I'm just going to move the mic away from me and I'm going to walk away.
I'll just get up and leave.
Yeah.
Let's say show's over.
Yeah.
That's it, Chip.
And, okay,
Show's
okay.
over.
Done.
Next.
That's all the events. That's all we got. Are we talking about the one that's next Friday?
Well, did we cover Oakdale? Cigar Oakdale?
We didn't cover the event. No, that's right. True. We went
Okay.
on to.
You must
we went
acknowledge.
from right. There's somebody at the door.
Yeah.
So Cigars Oakdale became part of the Crawl in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
So which is a multi-shop road trip?
Yes.
Is that the way to describe it?
Yeah.
Where all these guys pile on this bus, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they go to a shop. They stay, I think, normally it's a 2-hour visit, but they squeezed us in, so we were an hour visit. So they come in, they all sort of file past you, 60 gentlemen, and you do the best you can to get them to buy something as they walk past you to go to the humidor, and then they moved on to the next one.
Yeah. I got to tell you, though, the shop, Cigar Vault Oakdale, is beautiful.
It is. It's a nice shop, and he's almost 100% boutique.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any of
really?
the legacy brands in this humidor at all, I don't think.
No.
Yeah. Well, and Norm is extremely involved. Like he's
He
very.
is. Yes, he is.
I mean, but when I say extremely involved, like anybody can be extremely involved in their own business, but he's
Right.
extremely involved in like knowledge of the industry, right?
Yes.
And that's
For the short time the shop's been open. Yeah, I mean.
yeah, he's obviously been a cigar guy before then,
Right.
And he's tuned in, so that's awesome. And Miguel is awesome too,
Yes.
even though he refused to fix the toilet when it blew up.
Right.
He
He put on the one glove.
Yeah, and it's not his job, Norm. That's not his job.
Not his job.
Okay, so you be nice to Miguel.
I'm guessing Miguel said that as he fixed the toilet.
No, Miguel didn't fix the toilet.
Oh.
They had to call a plumber.
Oh. Perfect.
They
So,
did.
I mean, things happen.
Things
That's
happen.
the way it works.
Yeah.
The day 60 people have to poop in your toilet, it doesn't work.
There's a lot of poop.
Do you think you guys would ever go on a cigar crawl on a bus, like where you can't get in your own car and leave?
No.
Right.
Probably
I was
not.
thinking
There
the same
was, I understand Skip has done the bus when he's on the
Yeah.
bus.
Yeah.
The guy from El Nacho Libre or whatever, what's that brand called?
Jack- What?
Fuerte
Oh.
Libre.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah, Greg. He was on the bus with them.
Well, he helps. He's partners in the crawl.
Right. Well, we found that after the fact. Yeah, he's part of. And they have Crawl Masters. Is that what they were called?
Crawl Masters.
Crawl Masters? Those were the guys in charge of. They had the black shirts on that said the Crawl embroidered across the thing. It's a yearly event that they have up there in Pittsburgh.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, we should do it every year with Oakdale.
Okay.
Honestly.
I would like to do it maybe a little different, but not the entire event, but how we handle it. I don't know if what I want to do would work, but it seems like it would be better. Like if we did one massive talk with everybody instead of 60 individual talks. But I don't know if that worked because they didn't all come in and like shuttle right to us.
Individual is good though because you get personalized.
Yeah. Sounds kind of lazy to me, Palmer.
Well,
Wow.
Just the one
this
time.
is what I
talk.
deal with.
If I could just
That
talk
way
to
you
one-
get everybody. I mean, instead of
Yeah.
just the people that walk up to the table.
Here,
Whoa.
gather around.
Well, Mikey likes to sign his autographs and everything, so he wants to do personalized.
We had that set up for him, but he refused to let that happen.
I didn't refuse.
One guy pulled out his butt cheek, and Mikey was off the table. He was like, "Nope, no more."
I did not refuse to sign. I just knew that nobody would ask me to sign.
Well, if I would have offered to the German gentleman who bought a box, he probably would have wanted a signature.
Okay. But he didn't want it on his own.
The German guy.
There was a gentleman there from Germany.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that seem odd to him?
I don't know.
No, it was just nothing.
You know how he feels about the Germans.
That's true.
Yeah.
Nazis.
Yeah. He's
Well,
very-
it's a
yeah.
Polish.
Whatever.
yeah, it is it's a Polish cigar.
Right.
That's right. Maybe he didn't want the
But
autograph.
hey,
I forgot about that part.
see, but the past is the past,
forgot that.
Bootsy.
All right. They made
not.
men.
He had nothing to do with that.
It's
He was
Iran
quite,
now. We're all
quite enamored with
against
you, though.
Iran.
He enjoyed speaking with you.
Yeah, I had a good conversation with him.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Nice.
The wave at the end was a little weird, but
Wow.
there was no wave.
There's-
There was no wave. There was no wave.
Jeez
There was no
Louise.
wave.
Jeez Louise.
It's just a kind of a statue of a hand.
There was
my
no
goodness.
wave. Oh, he was a very, very nice man.
He was. You're a terrible, terrible person.
Palmer actually got nervous because of him, not because of James.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, it was the first day or the second day I got nervous.
Yeah. James didn't really make me nervous. I was just like,
Yeah, what are we gonna do? I mean, he's pissed off. Okay.
yeah, like fuck. All right. Well,
Do I ignore him and just keep talking to people?
close the account. Like I gotta take all this back.
Because we're not buying it back.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Not
You gotta
happening.
blow it out.
Yeah.
Is there a cigar shop across the street?
Is there,
We
is there
already got
someone
our money
nearby
off of
where
it,
I
so.
could Okay.
We got their money. I've eaten my lamb chops, so I'm out.
But he's such a good guy, man.
It seems so odd because he's so nice.
He really is a good dude.
Why is this the one guy you hate?
You know, like we've had good conversations, obviously, over the course of the years on the phone and just kind of at PCA. But there's something different when you get to see a retailer kind of acting in their own environment and how they act in that environment. Sure. And yeah, with him, I'm just like, that's pretty impressive, dude. You know,
kind of a sub character.
Yeah, he's well, you know, he was the go-to guy. He solves all problems, right? I go to James. Everybody goes to James.
Everybody goes to James.
Everybody.
Customers, employees, everybody.
Yeah.
Guy in the parking lot.
People in the plaza, whatever.
Right.
You know.
Right. Other shops that have problems.
Yeah.
Oh, did he own the building?
No, he works for Nick.
Oh, okay.
Nick, who's also a great guy.
He was.
You know.
He might own the complex.
But James is fucking badass for sure. So, okay.
Oh, and Sunny D alcoholic seltzer is delicious.
Oh, he had the Sunny D.
There was a lady there giving out samples in the beer side or the alcohol side of the operation, and I went back a couple of times like, that was really good. Can I have another one?
Yeah, and Palmer lit up like the 4th of July.
Oh,
I had to, but it's not orange. That was my problem with it. It's not orange. It should be Sunny D color.
And speaking of 4th of July,
he didn't leave any potato chips on the floor or anything, did he?
No.
Okay.
No, there were no potato chips.
But speaking of 4th of July, time has almost expired for you to get your BDP Independence Day red tank top.
Still with 40% off on the second one?
If you buy one, you get a second shirt 40% off.
Oh.
So make sure you jump on chpod.com and get that squared away ASAP.
My name's Ginger, and I'm doing it right now.
Oh, thanks, Ginger.
That was nice of you. Sizes are true, though, so if you're an extra large, order an extra large.
All right. Let's go.
Next.
All right, I was on Simply Stogies about a month ago.
Yeah.
But last week, my episode came out.
Oh.
Okay.
But the cool part is, and I didn't know they do this, this week, their episode, they go over last week's episode.
Oh.
And talk about me, whether they liked me or not, what I did right, what I did wrong. They evaluated my appearance on their show.
Okay.
Appearance,
And
like how you dress?
they evaluated your appearance on their PCA footage they did of you.
Oh.
So if you want to go listen to that, it's almost funnier than the other show.
Oh, you're not
Really?
going to tell us?
Yeah. No, you got to go back. You got to go and listen to it. It's only an hour. With a regular show, I think was an hour and a half or 2 hours or something. But it was I really enjoyed it. I didn't know they did it, and it was I stayed up last. That was one of the things I was doing when I wasn't sleeping last night. I listened to the show. It was really good.
We decided to paint our house, so we're painting now again.
The inside or the
You
outside?
just painted?
Inside.
Oh.
I was gonna say you just painted.
Yeah,
it.
you just painted the outside.
I was noticing how good it looked when you picked me up for the.
You know, we're changing the inside now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm changing the outlets all by myself
Nice.
from white to black.
Perfect.
And I'm not turning off the power when I'm doing it.
Oh, if there's footage of you screaming like your brother, please have.
I don't scream. I got jolted and I said, yo. And everybody said, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine.
Well, he got hit with more than regular house current.
I just got a little 110 action, that's all.
Yeah, I know.
Who cares? You know? What's 110 amongst friends?
Yeah, that's nothing.
I'll miss you.
You'll miss me?
In case you die.
I'm almost done.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So are you painting all the walls black?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like you're almost done with the project?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant with life. I was like, oh, God.
Well, I mean, I'm
I thought you were
probably-
talking about death again.
Yeah.
He's starting to freak out over there.
I got to be past halfway at this point.
No.
You think?
Maybe
I'm-
there's
maybe-
more. Where they say
Maybe
there's
40%.
more behind you than in front of you.
yeah. You think I make it to 80?
Yeah. You don't think so?
No. I don't. From a genetic standpoint, I'm my father. I don't think so.
Yeah, you're more like your dad than your brother is.
Yeah. He didn't make it. He didn't make it to 70. Now he wasn't as healthy as I am, but
That's true.
someone was 72. Who knows? Only time will tell.
All right, this week we cover all the big hits, our upcoming events at Blend and Barrel. Oh, we did talk about that already. This is out of order. Exclusive dinner with Skip Martin and social media. Fiery takedown from Simply Stogies and some heavy-hitting news. From U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear site to Tesla's robot taxi.
Oh.
Down the blockbuster, the Durant trade, Nicaragua's odd speed limit change, Davidoff's cigar production dip, a spicy new Patina collab, and 2 bold cigar reviews. Buckle up. It's loaded show, folks.
Nice. I'm
My
buckled.
mother keeps calling for some reason.
Oh, she keeps calling?
Yeah. All right,
you want to take a break and call her back?
No, not really.
Okay.
Oh, God.
UN nuclear watchdog says U.S. attack likely caused very significant damage at Iran's Fordo nuclear site.
Well, you would hope so.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of damage.
Well, from what I read after this, the government over there is obviously downplaying it, like, just a little bit, we can paint, it'll be fine.
Yeah, we could paint.
It'll be fine. Some new outlets, everything's good.
We're going to get them from China.
From CNN's Christian Edwards and Vasco Kotovo, the U.S. bombing likely caused very significant damage to the underground parts of Iran's Fordo nuclear site, buried deep in a mountain, according to the head of the I'm trying to speed this up. Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, the United Nations nuclear watchdog. Given the explosive payload utilized and the extreme vibration sensitivity nature of centrifuges, very significant damage is expected to have occurred. Rafael Grossi told the IAEA's Board of Governors Monday. However, he cautioned that no group, including the IAEA, is currently able to fully assess the underground damage at Fordo. Well, probably because it's above the ground now.
Can't get down there.
The U.S. struck the site early Sunday morning using 6 B-2 bombers to drop 12 bunker buster bombs on Fordos, each weighing around 30,000 pounds. Iran vows military officials and members of the parliament vowed the U.S. will pay a price for its strikes on Iran's nuclear sites. Tehran also denounced the U.S. in Israel an emergency UN Security Council meeting. There has been no word yet from Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khomeini.
Well, just to hit on this afternoon, they tried to attack a Air Force base.
Who is they?
Over there.
Iran.
Iran tried to attack one of ours?
Yeah, they tried to send missiles over, and then our defense systems over there took them all out.
Yeah.
So far. That's it. That's all.
Our military expert, Boots from the Navy.
Yeah. Look, I think all of it's kind of connected. I don't begin to portray myself as some type of global news economic expert.
Yes.
But if I put the pieces together from a bird's eye view, this is what I have seen, right? For starters, we had a tariff agenda with China, right? Oh, 125, 145. Like all this whole back and forth. And then all of a sudden, China backed off. And then we backed off, right? So that meant that, hey, listen, we need each other. We need, and from my interpretation, like business, we need to go back to business as usual. We should act somewhat diplomatically. Okay. And then Israel hits Iran.
Bam.
Right?
Bam. They actually said bam.
Yeah. And then the stock market didn't move.
Right.
It didn't plummet. It didn't shoot up. Nothing. It just kind of moved its natural course, like 2% up, down, whatever.
Actually, Bitcoin went up.
Okay. And then we went in afterwards and we mulled over everything and even hit some of the things that I guess Israel hit and said, no, we'll don't worry, we got it. And we pounced a little bit harder, right?
Right.
And China's gets its oil from Iran, right? I believe
so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
they're affiliates.
I think a lot of people.
Too.
Yeah, a lot of people get.
And there's a close tie there to some degree, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that there was always a fear of if we attacked Iran or somebody attacked Iran, China would intervene, and then you would have this whole World War III scenario. Knock on wood, it doesn't seem like that's happening.
Well, if you think Trump just said, let's just bomb these guys without a plan in place, maybe he talked to China and said, hey, we'll give you some of our reserves if you just step back and don't even talk about this.
I mean, like, hey, listen, this is a problem. The whole debt to America thing, we need a regime change here. They're about to have nuclear power, nuclear bombs. Nobody wants that.
Right, yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, go ahead, you go do what you're going to do.
Well,
I'm thinking that's what it looks like to me. Now, I could be totally off base here. I could be completely wrong, but it would make the most sense.
What I have heard 6 months ago, the lady who's in charge of national security or international security, whatever she is, I think it's a lady
Yeah.
with the gray swoop in her hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said they do not have weapons of mass destruction.
Whatever.
So now he's at this meeting, the G7 or G whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be negotiating, to get in and inspect or get rid of or something. And they just walked away. And at that point, he went, well, just get the bombers ready.
Yeah, they gave him 2 weeks.
Yeah, gave him 2 weeks, and then nothing. They didn't say anything. Go, okay, well, just blow the fuckers up. And you're right. I heard China and Russia were like, well, if you do that, we're going to back up them.
Right.
And, it's going to be bad. And then we bombed them, and they're sort of going, I don't know anybody in Iran. Do you know anybody in Iran? What is this?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think.
Is there an Iran?
Is there an Iran? Right. I mean, he announced 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, Trump did, everybody in Iran needs to evacuate, or he picked a city or something. I'm not
Right.
saying why, but, you might want to leave.
Well,
might be a good time to go on vacation.
Yeah, the city that he picked was where their big leaders were having a meeting.
Gotcha.
And they took out a lot of them. So now their military is not defeated, but hurt.
Didn't we invade them? I mean, have a battle with them already, and we beat them up?
I think we helped put this guy in power who's a problem, to be honest.
Oh, did we? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Desert Storm was with Iran, right?
Yeah, but a long time ago we did have one, and we took out the leader because he was a problem like this guy.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I don't know. I heard the Shah was good. There was peace with the Shah.
This currently?
No, in the 70s, late 70s.
Yeah, until he was gone. And now when the
Yeah.
religious people get in charge is the problem.
Yeah.
Because there's really no negotiating with him. Like, we'll give you a bunch of oil. And he goes, no, Allah says I have to do this.
I don't know.
Or whoever they pray to. I think it's Allah.
It's really kind of hard to negotiate with anybody if the saying is death to America. Oh, my God.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how we can talk if that's how you feel.
Was this the guy that Trump was having talks with a couple of years ago, and he slid the piece of paper across the table, and it was a picture of the guy's house or something, and that was where he said, let all our, if you touch another hair on an American, it slides the thing over. I know where your house is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe.
It's somebody in the Middle East. Maybe it's not.
That's such a gangster move, though.
It is such a gangster move. I know.
Well, so, all interesting. I hope it doesn't develop into World War III. I don't think it will, but you never know.
I don't think it would. Did you hear the report on how, Sunday they were explaining Operation Midnight Hammer or whatever they called it.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, there was, planes took off from Missouri in two different directions.
Yeah.
One was a real one was a fake one. A submarine launched missiles over, at the same time they're dropping the bunker busters.
Right.
The 30,000 payload bomb wasn't enough. Let's, send some other stuff from the submarine over there.
Well, you got to hit them when they're down, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
I made a big hole. Shoot them in there.
I just want you to know, before I go to bed, I'm going to look at Brittany and I'm going to say, are you ready for Operation Midnight Hammer?
Might come from the left, might come from the right.
You never know. You never know.
The submarine's right under the bed.
It's going to be intricate.
Just close your eyes and hope to get through this.
It's going to be involved.
That's right. And what, they're threatening to attack Florida first?
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, why are they picking on us?
What did we do?
Are we we're the foot that sticks off the bottom?
Yeah, because we're
closer?
closest. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Well,
Like, hit something in the middle. Really make a statement.
There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, like Arkansas. I mean, who's in Arkansas?
Get on TikTok. They listed the top 5 best targets.
Arkansas's not really in the middle, by the way, but that's okay.
No, that's okay. He wants them to shoot Alcatraz in the New York Harbor. President Donald Trump claimed U.S. bombers obliterated 3 Iranian nuclear sites and alluded to the possibility of regime change in Iran. Maybe put somebody else in charge. Military officials in Israel and the U.S., however, are now assessing how significant of a blow it dealt to the Tehran's program.
Bing.
Bing.
Well, I hope that I hope that there's peace in Iran. Obviously, I hope that that somebody gets put into power that is good for the people. You never want to see.
Somebody has taken over. I forget what country it said. Somebody's taken over their TV airwaves or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And is just doing over and over something about revolt, rise up, people, overthrow your government.
That was the time.
Yeah,
that's
that
probably
was the
It's
time.
probably implemented by our CIA.
It's probably the Harbor Science Center for Kids.
And
I think we went over this. You guys still haven't seen that movie yet?
No.
Account it.
I started to watch it. When we came home.
Yeah.
I think on Saturday.
Started to watch by what are we talking about?
Accountant 2. I got about 5 minutes in, And I looked at Brittany and said, all right, put on whatever you want to put on. I'm just going to die here.
You passed the poster.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big fan of that actor.
You just got to get a little bit more into it.
It wasn't that it wasn't compelling for me. It's just that I was
tired.
cooked. Yeah.
Oh. I watched the new Captain America the other night.
Oh, did you?
Well, how was that?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
He doesn't fight as well as Chris Evans.
I haven't watched it yet.
Like Chris Evans is kicking people in the head, he's kicking people in the waist. I mean, he just can't get his leg up.
Is that that's it for you, huh?
Well, he doesn't have. He refuses to take the serum. They have the serum. We talked about this.
They do have the serum.
Yeah, he was offered the serum and goes, no, I don't want the serum.
He needs the serum.
He needs the serum.
You know,
Definitely
here's what we got to
What
do.
does the serum do?
Make some
Make a
super
soldier.
super American.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
When he
He refuses
Captain
to take it
Original.
because it's not really me.
All right, so
Well,
here's
you're
what-
getting your ass kicked, dude.
Okay, so here's what we got to do.
Yes.
We got to put him in a position where we inject him, right? Like he's about to die.
Right.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow, Boots.
That's just the way you said it.
Wow, you get all excited over
Boots. Doesn't take much over there, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Instantly lights up. He's like, yeah, ooh. You're like he's about to die,
Right.
and the only way to save him is hit him with the Deca, little Anavar. Look at him. Look at him.
No Diddy.
No baby oil.
I mean, he fought the Red Hulk. I don't know
did.
how did he win. I don't.
I started to watch it with my kids, and we watched. Well, they watched the whole thing. I took a brief siesta at the end. I was too tired.
Well, I watched it over 2 nights.
Is the red one stronger than the green one?
They don't explain why one's a red, one's a green first. But the red one's Harrison Ford, so he's cooler.
The red one's supposed to be bad.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Yin and yang.
They do bring back the guy from Hulk who got the stuff dripped into his head. He's the bad guy.
Leader.
Yeah, hope I'm not. What's his name?
Leader.
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. From the original Hulk movie
Yes.
100 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
3 Hulks ago. That
And
was
and Harrison Ford's supposed to be
The bodybuilder.
the what?
The original Hulk? Is that what you said?
No,
bodybuilder
not
guy?
Lou Ferrigno.
no, the
Not him.
movie.
The movie, the original
3
movie.
movies ago, there was I don't even remember who was playing Hulk at that point.
The little blonde guy, can't think of his name.
No.
Yeah, he was the Hulk.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, and he swallows. Oh, you're talking about the first one, the very first one. But the guy who got the stuff in his head was from the second one.
Leader?
I don't think it's Leader. I don't think it's his name. He was the guy that tried to help him get the Hulk out of him. Put him on the table, electrocuted him and stuff.
Eric Bana?
Eric Banner was in that was the very first one, the bad one. The second one where he's at the college and
None of them were bad as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, I didn't like the first one.
And then Ange Lee. It's like a little Asian
Ang
guy.
Lee was the director.
Oh, okay.
Who was the actor in the second one?
It says Eric Bana. He's like a...
That's the first one.
No, yeah, the second one was
The little blonde guy.
he's not blonde. But he did
I think he's blonde.
25th Hour. He did
Yeah.
yeah.
A couple of
He's a good
movies
actor.
with De Niro. Yeah, he's a good actor.
Edward Norton?
That's
Yeah,
him.
there you go, Edward Norton.
Okay.
That's the one where the guy gets the stuff dripped into his head.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I just want you to know I love the people that tell me that they're yelling at the podcast when we don't have the answer.
Oh, sure. All right.
It makes me so happy.
I mean,
when
I do it at, when we're watching game shows or something.
I'm sitting here yelling, Edward Norton.
We heard you.
Yeah. So, okay.
All right, moving on. Elon Musk announces the launch of a new business venture.
Yes.
Do you know what this is?
We
already?
talked about this once, didn't we?
Automated cars. Right?
No. Well, kind of.
Taxis.
It's a taxi service.
Yeah.
It's official. Tesla is in the robo-taxi industry after revealing that Tesla would begin rolling out autonomous cabs this year. Tesla co-founder and CEO Elon Musk announced the company is officially launching its robo-taxi service on Sunday, June 22nd, so yesterday.
Company called Apology?
In a post on X, Musk apology? Is that what
Yeah,
he
this
said?
is after the apology. This would be a good name for the company.
So he's already assuming something's wrong. He's going to just call it apology.
No, he apologized on Twitter to Trump, so now he is doing more things with his company now.
He didn't really apologize. He said,
I shouldn't have said some of the things.
I may have said some things.
I may have said some things that maybe I
Yeah.
shouldn't have said.
He didn't say, I'm sorry.
Well, maybe that's his way of apologizing. He is from another country.
Ah, okay.
All right, the service will debut in Austin, Texas.
Oh.
And customers will pay a flat fee of $4.20.
Each ride, that's it?
What?
No shit, that's it. I know.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
Is it $4.20 because you get pot inside the taxi?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. The Tesla robotaxi launch begins in Austin this afternoon with customers paying a $4.20 flat fee, Musk exclaimed. With the launch, Tesla will now look to make up ground on Waymo, which is the current king of the industry. Waymo claims to have taken 10 million paid rides in all and services several major cities, including Austin, where Tesla is debuting on Sunday.
So Waymo is already a automated
Taxi service.
taxi service?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know they already had this.
Me neither.
Well, it's obviously not in Florida.
Right.
Meanwhile, Amazon is also expected to get into the industry this year.
Of course they
The
are.
mega corporation spent $1.2 billion to acquire Zoox
There's a lot of companies.
about 5 years ago, and it has since built a plant in Silicon Valley that is expected to produce 10,000 robotaxis per year,
Okay.
or called Skynet.
Skynet.
However, Amazon and Zook are not as far along as Waymo and Tesla, with the duo set to begin its service in Las Vegas later this year and then in San Francisco next year.
Did you guys go in the tunnel?
I walked down there, but it was closed.
It was closed.
Yeah.
It's not as didn't we? I think we did do it.
No.
Maybe you had a dream that you did it.
I did it with somebody
Oh, maybe I did it. I don't remember. But
because we found out that there's only one tunnel, so there's 4 or 5 cars. They all shoot left,
right.
and then they turn around and they all come back, shoot right through the same one.
Right.
So, like, if you're the first car, you have to wait on the other 3 or 4 to get through.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I think
Maybe we saw a video. I think I saw a video.
Okay, so who do you think will be the king of autonomous vehicles? Will it be Waymo, Elon with Tesla, or Bezos with Amazon? Boots, you first.
Elon.
You think?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, he always does everything better anyways. I mean, Bezos, did the rocket thing too.
Yeah.
Didn't really do anything.
Didn't really do anything. Okay. So
Well, not like, Tesla.
it was like the first females in space or whatever. All female.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. So you think Elon?
Yeah.
And you?
I would like to know what the other one's charging. Why is he charging $4.20? I mean, it's a flat fee no matter where you want to go.
Right. It's
So-
interesting.
That just seems odd.
So who do you think will win? I mean, that's got to be a great prize.
Yeah, I think Musk.
You think
also.
Musk does it?
I think so because he's more well known. People have heard of the Tesla cars. Maybe there's a little more familiarity, or think it's safer.
You think Waymo actually did 10 million?
Rides?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never heard of them.
I've never heard of them either, but they're in cities that we don't go to. Not that we don't go, but we have not been.
But we know people in these cities.
It says the price is likely a deliberate reference to cannabis culture, a connection frequently made by Elon Musk in his social media posts. Musk has previously incorporated the number 420 into Tesla's Model S pricing and joked about its significance. While Musk has also said that 420 represents a 20% premium on Tesla's trading price and was a coincidence, the frequent use of the number in his endeavors suggests a playful nod to cannabis culture.
I don't
Okay.
think there's anything, no coincidence. I mean, he goes, let's all make it $4.20. Somebody went, whoo, yeah.
Right.
I mean, how does that not get by? Like, it was deliberate. But how can that be cost effective?
I don't know. I mean,
Does it have to be for him right now? Maybe later it goes up to, 25 cents a mile or whatever the taxis charge.
Right.
Maybe it's like a balloon loan.
I don't know. I think Elon will dominate in this market
Sure.
too, to be honest.
Yeah.
But he has flying cars first.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
They have flying cars.
Yeah, but it's not something everybody can have yet. I think he'll be the.
Oh, you think he'll be the
eventually
first
the Teslas will fly.
Big box.
Teslas will be flying.
I would like
cars.
that. That would make me happy.
George
Well, no, because
Jetson.
he'll have one first.
Elon?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I
Moving
mean, if I
on.
was making flying cars, I'd make sure I had the first one.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next one.
All right, Suns trading Kevin Durant to Rockets in blockbuster deal. The Phoenix Suns have agreed on a blockbuster trade, sending 15-time, sending 15-time NBA All-Star Kevin Durant to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick this year's draft, and 5 second-round picks, sources told ESPN on Sunday. The trade can be formally completed when the new league yearly begins July 6th. Durant was on stage Sunday at the Fantastic Fest at the Javits Center in New York when news of the trade agreement broke, with fans surprised by the announcement. Being part of the Houston Rockets, I'm looking forward to it, Durant told Kay Adams on Sunday. Crazy last couple of weeks, but I'm glad it's over with. In addition to getting 2 starters from the number 2 seed in the Western Conference and a 2025 first-round pick, the 5 second-round picks headed to the Suns are the number 59 selection in this year's draft. 2 in 2026, 1 in 2030 from Boston, and 1 in 2032, sources told ESPN. Is it standard to reserve so far in advance? I mean, they'll look at 5-6 years from now.
It depends upon the superstar status of who you're acquiring.
So you're just looking for more stuff.
It's a strategy.
I mean, the real question is, did they get value by taking on Kevin Durant? And for how long is he going to still be in the NBA? You know?
Well, let's say something happens and they're not playing basketball in 2030.
They're not playing basketball?
Yeah, for some reason the sport just goes away. I mean, it's probably not.
It won't.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gambling on something 5-6 years from now.
Yeah, I don't think the NBA is going away.
You never know. We could start World War III. Maybe all the basketball players have to go fight people.
Yeah, well, then we put scrubs in.
Yeah. Like the replacements.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, like the replacement. Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
And they're all rich anyway, so you know how that works.
They're not going anywhere.
You don't get drafted. So you don't think that Kevin Durant was worth what they gave up?
No. Phoenix's team is pretty much nothing but guards, right? And to have Kevin Durant come is
he went to Houston.
I'm sorry. To have Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks come, how are all these guys going to play? There's going to be no rebounds. There's going to be no blocks. I mean, not one guy is over 6'7". So you play a team like OKC that just won. OKC is going to run all over those guys.
OKC won, but Halliburton went down the first, and it wasn't a fun
Halliburton?
I don't know, man. The way OKC was playing, I don't think there was even a chance, to be honest.
Yeah.
They played really good defense. They played all around great. I don't know. I don't like the trade. You gave around 5 second-round picks. Jalen Green was the number 1 pick, right? And Dylan Brooks was a first-rounder as well. So basically, you gave up a lot.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way, man.
Yeah.
I know that Miami was on the table too, and they said we're not giving up all our young talent.
Yeah, that's smart.
For Kevin Durant.
All right, you got a future.
Right. But if Houston gets a ring, yeah, I mean, they better be a contender this year because of it. If not, it was a lot of money spent, a lot of stuff invested.
Yeah, he'll be gone in 2 years.
2 years is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
How old is he?
47.
Say he looked kind of old in the photos.
He's not 47.
He's not 47. He's probably like 32.
Yeah, I'd say probably early 30s.
How long do you normally play professional basketball? To what age?
About his age.
32?
Yeah.
So you think they'll squeeze 2 more years out of it?
I'd say mid-30s is when you kind of start to pack it in.
Yeah. Well, his age, usually they're bench, role players.
Mm-hmm.
They're not superstars anymore. They're on the bench, veterans, signing the league minimum for veterans and helping guys out, learn the game of basketball.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Palmer?
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Palmer?
The trade?
Yeah.
Terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea.
He's too old.
It's too old.
He's too old. Are they going to have him coach?
Yeah, maybe
I would
coach
imagine
them.
coaches don't make as much as players.
No. But they still make a lot of
money.
money.
Some of them make more than some of the players.
Yeah.
Well, is he a good coach?
No.
Are we talking about Kevin Durant still?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Well, as far as Palmer's concerned, basketball's going to be gone in a few years.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, it could be. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't watch it. I wouldn't even notice.
It's going to be like the Twinkie era. Twinkies
Yeah.
are gone.
Right, maybe there's a whole new sport.
Didn't they bring Twinkies back?
They did bring them back.
They
in there.
did bring
Buy
'em
one,
back.
get
They
one in
didn't-
Publix right now if you want to.
Yep,
There you
they
go.
didn't go. They couldn't take them away.
Yeah.
Well, they had a bunch of them, and they don't go bad, so what else are they going to do?
Right.
Right.
Might as well sell them.
Yeah, make some more.
Right.
Makes sense.
All right, Boots Trending Sports.
Did it.
This just in.
Hello, peoples.
Hello, peoples. Oh, we got ink.
Who are you on, Boots?
Out loud. You got to read it out loud.
I know.
Who are you on?
I know. On you.
Okay.
You want on Palmer?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, there's
Why does it always have to be on me? I'm trying to text my mother from her phone calls earlier.
Merzglavovich drops 42 in bizarre finish as Knicks outlast the Heat. New York, in a game that felt more like a fever dream than an Eastern Conference clash, the New York Knicks is edged out of the Miami Heat 121-119 behind a monstrous 42-point performance from the little-known Latvian guard Davor Merzglavich Zantravisky, the undrafted rookie who signed a 10-day contract just last week. Torched the Heat with a mix of step-back threes, off-balance floaters, and at least 2 shots that might have defied the laws of physics. Honestly, I just tried to put ball in basket, he said post-game, wiping blood off his eyebrow from an earlier collision with Miami's bruising forward, that guy, despite
What's the guy's name? What's his name?
Jazik Nadumblani. That's probably pretty close. Despite the Knicks holding a 17-point lead in the third quarter, Miami surged back, led by Bam Adebayo. Man,
you better get that name right.
And newly signed point guard Alvis Klishman, who's behind the back pass to Jimmy Butler in the fourth. How old is this story? This is
I don't
an old
know. It's
story.
got to be old.
Fourth nearly caused a Madison Square Garden security guard to faint. But in the final seconds, with the game tied, he pulled up for 34 feet with Heat center Zabanki de Flaraz in his face. Swish. Guard interrupted.
Thank you.
A legend was born. I can't even pronounce his name, Julius Randle said, shaking his head. But tonight, that kid was unguardable. Knicks fans might want to start learning it, though, slowly. Merzglavovich Zantrevsky, or just stick with D Money. He says he's fine with that, too. This got to be like a 2-year-old story.
Yeah.
Are those real people?
Yeah. You pulled the article.
I made it up.
Completely?
Completely. ChatGPT, make me a story about basketball, use a real team, and give me names that are hard to say.
And there you go.
I didn't know they were real people.
Nice.
Steve bet me upstairs. He goes, he's going to know. He's not going to read that. I go, he's going to read what's ever on the paper.
Yeah.
And he read the whole thing.
He did a great job.
And did a great job.
Boots.
Great job. So those are real names?
Yeah, but they're not all on those teams.
Paul, nobody's ever going to believe you about anything ever again.
Yeah, exactly.
Bang incident, now this. This is unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, Dojo podcast.
Dojo Awards. We got the #1 podcast of 2023, I believe.
Oh, God.
All right, Nicaragua cuts highway speed limit to 31 miles per hour.
Oh, my God.
Why is this a cigar industry story? I mean, I've obviously never been, but was it just like the Autobahn before? You could do whatever you wanted?
Did you put that in ChatGPT?
No, so...
Oh, this is a real story.
I mean, okay, so you land in Managua, and
Right.
I think it's like 3 hours to drive to Esteli.
Right.
And it's mainly on this highway.
Right?
And there's a lot of solid lines where you can't pass.
Okay.
And if you pass, you're going to get pulled over.
Right.
And there's a lot of police stops along the way.
Like document
Those are-
check stops?
Those are
No, they're
donation
just there.
checks.
If they
If they
decide to...
want to stop you.
Yeah.
Donation checks.
No, you can't say that.
Oh,
You can't say
Alleged.
that. Yeah.
Because they're big fans of the show.
right.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you're not doing 31 miles an hour. You're doing 60, 70, 80, 90 miles an hour going down.
What was the speed limit before?
is this a
Any
dirt
idea?
road or a regular road?
It's a regular road.
Oh, okay.
What was the speed limit?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it wasn't 31.
Well, no, right. Well, maybe the story says.
Okay.
Earlier this week, the Nicaraguan government cut the highway speed limits to just 50 kilometers or 31 miles per hour for
Kilometers.
cars, trucks, and SUVs, meaning the maximum speed limit in the country has been cut in half, so it must have been 62.
Yeah, 60 miles per hour.
Since the start of this month, Nicaragua is responsible for more than half the handmade cigars imported into the U.S. Co-president Daniel Ortega hinted at a move earlier this year saying that the country needed to cut down on traffic-related deaths. In addition to those changes, the government has lowered the maximum speed limit for motorcycles to 25 miles per hour It will no longer allow children to ride on motorcycles.
Oh, wow.
Were they like riding on the back of them?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Well, China, they can get a family of 5 on a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you see the same thing in Nicaragua.
Yeah. A popular form of transportation in the country. Danielle Suchar-Zomer told Bloomberg that the move will slow down traffic, forcing more gas to be consumed and other expenses like per diems costs that will eventually be passed on to consumers. Another price increase coming because we have to pay more for gas.
Right.
This is the second time the country has reduced the speed limit this month. Earlier, it dropped the maximum speed from 80 to 50.
Okay.
Oh, so it was 80 before. Then they went down to 50.
40 miles an hour.
People are still crashing. Now it's down to 30.
You think it's a speed limit?
It's a speed limit.
I'm saying, do you think it's the speed limit that's making them crash?
No, but what else are they going to do?
Well, the problem is that if you do get in a car accident and it's really bad, I mean,
There ain't nobody coming.
good luck.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Sounds like it's probably a power move.
Does this mean we're going to take longer to get our cigars?
Yes.
Well, they'll have to, yeah, I guess. I mean, what else are they going to do?
I mean, 30 miles an hour is awful slow. That's like driving to Fort Lauderdale going 30.
Yeah. Like
The
the
whole
speed limit
time.
you're supposed to do in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Be
So
like
what took-
waterboarding.
so what took you 3 hours is now going to take you 6.
Ugh.
You know, maybe even 7.
Jeff Moutet's back in country.
Yeah.
He mentioned the speed limit in his post.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like he made it there safely.
Yeah, he's standing on the beach with a funny-looking little hat on.
Floating in the water.
Yep. Loving his life.
Living a good life.
Davidoff revenue remains flat in 2024. Cigar production drops by 10 million cigars.
It remained flat. It dropped by 10 million cigars.
Production was down, but prices have been increased.
Prices went up, so they
so-
came out even again.
So we're making the same amount of money, just not working as hard.
Well, we just skip this story now.
I mean, go ahead.
No, that's the story.
Go ahead.
That's really what it is.
I want you to continue, though.
Well, okay. The parent company of Davidoff, Avo, Camacho, and others has announced that it generated 541.7 million. Oh, this is a different denomination. But 662.78 million in revenue in 2024, which the company says is a 0.9% increase compared to 2023, where Davidoff generated 546.2 million. While the figure is lower in Swiss francs, exchange rates simply explain why Davidoff describes this as a slight increase.
Mm-hmm.
We only made 0.9% more, Michael. The company said it achieved this while producing 38.5 million cigars at its production facilities in the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua, a drop of more than 10 million cigars compared to the 48.8 million produced in 2023. Davidoff says that this was planned because it rolled more cigars prior to the implementation of the European Union's track and trace requirements for cigars in May of 2024.
Right.
Despite the 21% drop compared to 2023, Davidoff says it is working to add more production capacity at the Diadema Cigars in Honduras factory in Donelly, Honduras. This follows an expansion of the Dominican facility that was completed last year.
So, same scenario. You rushed production. You produced more
Right.
to get ahead of regulation.
Right.
Something that I'm arguing similar in the fact of the tariffs in Q1 of this year,
Certainly.
which would mean that come Q3 and Q4, you have lower influx of cigars coming into the United States, which could be accurate, to be determined,
TBD.
which means that a little bit of a slowdown. So, kudos to Davidoff for making less and still making more.
Right, making less and still making more money.
Yeah. How do you feel about it, Boots?
About Davidoff?
About the fact that they're producing less and still making the same profit margins?
I think it's horrible
Yeah? Why is that?
because it's Davidoff.
Oh, you hate Davidoff?
Yeah, I just don't think they're.
Well, they're Dominican.
And he hates Dominicans.
He hates Dominicans. The
No, I
and
don't
the
hate
cigars.
Dominicans.
You just
You have
hate
said that numerous times throughout the
I've
7
never said
years
that.
or
that
however
you
many
hate all
years you've been with
Dominicans.
us. Did you hate all Dominican cigars and the people?
Never said.
Yeah.
I have one Dominican friend.
Oh, you
Just
have
the one. Just the one.
Wow. It's Pretty intense.
No, I just
I
just don't think.
I know this one black guy comes. I let him come to my house.
Yeah.
Same
Did
idea.
you? Oh, wow.
Not me. I have plenty of friends.
I just think I think that the cigar shouldn't be that much money for that cigar.
You think it's overpriced?
I think it's overpriced.
Thinks their whole pricing structure is wrong.
Okay.
How do you feel about Zeno?
I do not like Zeno. I had one Zeno before.
Oh.
A Zeno Platinum.
Wow.
Because the Zeno brand was up 28.1% and the Davidoff brand was up by 15%. It did not give figures for Avo. But as I understand, the Zeno brand is up because of Law Ream, their brand ambassador, spokesman. I don't know what.
Yeah, there's one guy in a yellow van, and he is out there just
driving around the country,
beating the drum for Zeno. And he showed up to our event to pop in and say hello.
Yes, he showed up at Cigar Vault Oakdale.
And he's a hell of a guy.
He's a very nice man.
And
Ex-military.
And we're going to carry Zeno here eventually.
Nice.
He didn't just sit on base.
Yeah.
I like Avo. I don't like Zeno.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's no longer with us.
He died a couple of years ago.
I had a Zeno in Colorado.
Yeah.
The yellow one?
No, he had the platinum.
Oh, platinum. Sorry.
Silver.
You're going to like the Zeno Nicaragua.
It's good.
It's Nicaragua.
You know, we didn't get any. I should have weaseled a couple off of them. I like those.
Yeah.
So it's a Puro.
Nicaraguan? I think you're going to like it.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll try it.
Yeah, and they got a great guy who's working his butt off for him. So,
Nice.
Right.
yeah. Law's amazing.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. We're losing Boots. He's getting tired.
He's getting tired over there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of numbers.
Okay.
A lot of numbers.
I don't know. They do okay.
Patina Y Viso. Is that how you say that?
Patina E.
There's a Y.
And like and E.
Is that an and symbol in Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't aware. Patino and Viso Horny Verdigris?
Veradi Crease.
Shipping next month.
Yeah.
Already?
The owners of Patina Cigars and Viso Horny, well, they were already made.
Oh.
When they made the announcement, the production was already finished, I believe. Have worked together on a new cigar that will ship to stores next month. It's called the Patina and Viso Verdigris Robusto that uses an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper over an Ecuadorian Sumatra seed binder and fillers from Nicaragua. It is made at the Nicaraguan American Cigars S.A. Each cigar will have an MSRP of $13 and production is limited to 300 bundles of 10 cigars, which will be distributed by City of Palms. The project was announced last week while Mo, founder of Patina, and Tyler, founder of Viso Horny, were both in Esteli, Nicaragua, while at Noxa, the pair announced how they got to know one another and the time they spent learning about cigars in Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm.
On the front of the bundle is a drawing that pays tribute to the pair's Midwest roots. On the left is the Milwaukee Art Museum, a nod to Jeffrey, while on the right has the Chicago skyline and a nod to Mo. The bundle also has the chemical compound code for turquoise. In keeping with the Verdigris theme, the cigars have a green-colored ribbon.
Very testosterone-esque.
I wasn't going to mention it.
When you give a chemical combination like that.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Should have been copyrighted, I guess, but
Just saying.
can't really copyright
Yeah.
So 3,000 cigars, that's it?
300. Yep. Yeah, 300 bundles of 10. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They should sell very quick.
Yeah, that's super limited.
Yes, they should sell quick.
Or is there any coming here?
No.
Okay.
No one called us.
Yeah, no one offered them to us.
Yeah, they don't like us.
Mm.
Yeah. So, I'm just kidding. They like us, but they never called us.
We're going to get another phone call.
What?
We're going to get another phone call.
No, we're not.
All right, it's time for everybody's new favorite game. What's the score?
Oh.
Today we have two lovely cigars.
Okay.
First up, the 601 La Bomba Warhead 2.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Where did you go?
Are we on like 10 or 12?
1975 for the Warhead 2?
Reviewed by Brian Burt.
Okay.
We wanted a Brian one. We found a Brian one.
Okay.
Does he not work there anymore? Is that why he had to go so far back?
He stopped reviewing cigars apparently in the early 80s.
Okay.
All right, the cigar reviewed 601 La Bomba Warhead 2, country of origins Nicaragua, factory La Zona Cigar Factory, did not burn down.
Oh, it was not, at that point, it wasn't AJ's. It was
Correct.
made by La Zona.
La Zona. Wrappers, Connecticut Broadleaf Maduro. Binders, Nicaragua. Fillers, Nicaragua. Size of 5.5. Ring gauge is 56. Vitolas, a Robusto Grande. MSRP back in the 80s was $10.50.
Oh.
Box of 10, $105. Date release, July 29th, 2014.
Okay.
Number of cigars released, 2,000 boxes of 10 cigars. Number of cigars smoked for review, 2.
2.
Oh.
Only 2. Very limited cigar.
This is not going to be as good as the other reviews because there's only 2, not 3.
Well, maybe
Okay.
in 2014 they only did 2 cigars. Who knows?
All right.
First, who went first? You went first last week. Boots, first score. What do you have?
91.
Okay.
Michael?
So first of all, now we're gonna keep score of this, right?
If you would like to keep it on your phone, I've too many other
Okay.
things.
And it's closest to the pin, right?
Closest, you want it closest to the pin without going over?
No, going over is fine as long as you're close to the pin.
Okay.
A tie, if we're both close, then it's a wash. It's a 0. Right? Nobody gets points.
All right.
Okay. Stating the rules of the game here.
No problem.
And how many weeks are we going to go until we determine a winner?
Let's go to episode 400.
So what
Okay.
happens after we determine a winner? We don't do no more?
No, we'll keep it going. We'll reset.
Oh,
but
okay.
but something will have to happen.
Well, maybe I'll get to play and somebody else can pull the stories.
No, wait, hold
No,
on.
you're
time
the
out.
story guy.
What do you mean something will have to happen?
I don't know.
Why can't I play? I won't play.
Something will
I
have
never
to.
get to play. I'm always the last one picked.
Something will have to happen for the loser.
Shave his head.
No.
No, nothing
He doesn't
that
have hair
extravagant.
anyway. I
No,
would
Mikey
have-
doesn't care about shaving his head.
You're right. He doesn't. Okay, but we'll figure that out. It won't be too bad. It won't be too bad, but something
Too
will
bad?
have.
Pink slips.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Pink slips.
Okay. We're racing for pink.
Tattoo. The loser gets a tattoo.
No. I'm not getting a tattoo.
Yeah, we can both disagree on that one.
Okay.
Big baby.
So I'm at 88, just so you know.
88, 91.
Yes.
All right, first clue. Parts of the burn line are a little overeager, spiking ahead of the rest of the slightly uneven burn. The gray and the white ash is a little loose and flaky in the first inch, though nothing falls off until I roll it off in the ashtray.
Okay.
Staying at 91.
So he says nothing about the flavor. He's just talking about the overall construction of the cigar.
Well, that's what I happened to pull. I mean, maybe he did say something about the flavor, but I
Yeah.
did not choose to enlighten you
You're
with
making
that part.
okay. So you're making it. You like to make things difficult for
Yeah.
us.
Certainly.
This is Palmer.
I'm gonna
The
stick.
flavor selections of this group of reviewers is ridiculous.
Right.
Getting notes of craft singles.
Right, exactly.
And-
Yeah.
All right.
One of them I read, they had flavors of leather tack, which I assume they mean horse saddles and stuff.
Yes.
Who was licking the horse saddle?
Yeah.
You never licked a horse saddle?
Oh,
Never in my life have I licked a horse
You
saddle.
used to be like a horse guy.
I understand that. There's no reason to lick the
Yeah, why
saddle.
would you lick the side?
You want to make sure it's
What do
good.
you lick? The underside that's against a horse or the side on the top where you head your ass?
Make sure he's salty.
on top where the butt is?
Yep, no need in that.
No. Okay.
Nope. There are flavor
Okay.
profiles they allude to which no one has actually realized.
I'm gonna stick 88. Continue.
88, still at 91.
91.
Yep.
I hate to call the cigar monotone in flavor because it's anything but that. However, the pepper is just so in your face, strong, it's hard to discern much else.
Standard Lazona originals. Boots.
I'm going to 90.
You went down one
90.
to 90.
And you're at 88 currently?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you going to?
I think I'm gonna stick at 88.
You're going to stick at 88.
Yeah.
All right. There is a slight harshness, almost a bit of a sour note.
Okay.
While not completely unpleasant, does add an interesting overlay on the rest of the flavors.
Well, these guys like licking leather off horses, so I'm going to stay at
Well,
90.
that might have not have been him. I forget who had the leather tack.
Stay at 90.
I'm gonna come down to 87.
Ooh.
87. Boots, what are you at?
He said
I'm at
90.
90.
It's 90s. All right. The Warhead 2 managed to live up to the theme of the La Bomba line, being that proverbial pepper bomb that people usually describe strong, in-your-face Nicaraguan blends as. The burn line was not the best, requiring a number of touch-ups throughout the cigar, but none were severe enough that they affected the flavors. However, the profile of the Warhead 2 was nice, putting forward a flavorful and intense white pepper note combined with some other delectable notes that complemented the pepper well. While not everybody enjoys really strong and bold cigars, there are plenty of cigar smokers who do. I think that those in the latter group will find that the 601 provides the punch they're looking for with enough finesse and depth to not be boring or one-dimensional. That was the final thought.
90.
90?
Yep.
Could you speak up, please? It's hard
90!
to hear. Thank you very much. Michael? This is already yodel.
I mean, that final thought really just confused me even more because it's overbearing and it's powerful.
They always say stuff like this.
It burned kind of inconsistently. It was more one-dimensional, but he didn't want to say it was more one-dimensional.
That's just how he read it.
Just from the clips, the information you give me. So I'm going to stick with 87.
87.
Oh, bam. I'm really good at this game.
These guys don't. Where are the 90s at? This guy's like, oh, it really sucked, but I loved it. Buy more.
What are you talking about? He's given us some 90s already.
Been some 90s.
Yeah.
There was one.
91s. Well, I mean, realistically, how many 91s should be in existence?
You got a point.
Did they ever reach 100?
No.
No.
Nothing has ever hit 100.
That's horrible.
All right, the next cigar is reviewed by Brooks.
Okay.
Because it was
86.
really hard to find another one by Brian.
That's fine.
All right, cigar reviewed is the Rojas Street Tacos Cinco de Mayo 2025.
Oh, I like this cigar.
Okay.
This is a good cigar.
Country of origin, Nicaragua. Factory, Rojas Cigar Factory. Wrapper, Ecuadorian Habano. Binder, Mexican San Andreas. Filler, Nicaraguan Jalapa and U.S. Connecticut Broadleaf. Length is 6 inches. Ring gauge 54. Shape round. MSRP $12.50. A box of 20, $125. Release date is April 2025. 2,500 boxes of 20 cigars were released.
They're $12.50 a piece, and there's 20 in a box. It's not $125.
I'm just reading the information, Mike.
It's $2.50.
I'm reading the information.
Okay.
Number of cigars smoked, 3.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First clue. Oh, wait, score first. Sorry.
Boots?
I mean, these guys can't. Just to be honest, their scores are kind of messed up to me. So I'm going to go with 86.
I'm going to go 91.
Oh. He's playing the odds this time.
No, that was the number I was going to pick.
Oh. All right, first clue. Almonds and powdery cocoa nibs take over the main flavor after a few short puffs, followed by a secondary note of gritty earth, pencil lead, cinnamon, sourdough bread, coffee beans, and sawdust.
Boots?
I think it's really gross that they've tasted sawdust.
And he's eating a pencil and...
Well, when you're a kid and you're in school, some probably have.
I couldn't tell you what a pencil tastes like right now.
87.
So he went up one?
Yeah.
He did.
He went up one.
I'm going to come down one to 90.
To 90. Other than slightly wavy burn lines that don't come close to needing correction, there are no issues when it comes to construction so far.
Boots?
88.
He just goes up every one. He goes up one every time.
Well, the things he's saying are good.
I'm going to stick at 90.
90. The first and third cigars feature increasing amounts of spice on my tongue and black pepper on the finish, which have a noticeable effect on the overall balance.
Boots?
88.
Couple more clues, you guys will be at the same score.
I'm going to stay at 90.
So 88 and 90.
Yeah.
All right. There seem to be two very different profiles over the 3 cigars. Two
This
of
is
them.
final thoughts?
Did I give 3 clues?
You gave.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3
All right,
already.
this is the final thoughts then. Do I need to start over, or do you guys?
No, we
Yeah,
were.
keep going.
Okay, featured enjoyable flavors, but also suffered from a combination of aggressive spice and pepper that gets bad enough to affect the overall balance in the final third. The best cigar of the 3, my second cigar, also had some of the aforementioned spice and pepper combination, but it was not nearly as strong or aggressive, which allowed more nuance and sweetness to emerge in the profile. I'm not sure which profile the cigar is supposed to have, but if you are a fan of spicy peppery smokes, then the first 2 examples will be right up your alley.
I'm sticking at 88.
88, Michael.
I'm going to go 89.
Oh.
I'm going to go 89.
Score on this one was also 87.
Oh!
Booty wins.
1-1.
You were fine.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was spot on, so I got a full point, and he was off, so he gets a half, right?
Right.
Okay, so these guys, I don't know, man. The way they rate cigars is crazy.
Yeah.
I've smoked this cigar. This cigar is good.
Okay, but like all the things that they said make sense to me.
I just don't. Okay, but I'm just saying, like some of the cigars that they've rated are almost matching the same number as like the La Bomba or the Street Taco, right? And I've smoked many of these cigars that we've talked about, and some of them aren't even in the same ballpark.
I don't think you can compare a cigar to a cigar as far as their score goes. They're grading this on the uniqueness or the whatever of this particular cigar. Just because this got an 87 and the other one got an 87, I don't think you can go.
Doesn't mean they're as equally as good.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree
Merits.
with that.
That's the word I'm looking for. They're judging these cigars on their own merits, on however they figure out their score system, which I have no idea what they do.
You should have just stuck at 87, bro.
I should have.
You would have had it. You would have had a whole point.
But I did not get a whopping 0 today.
No, you did not zero out.
Right.
Yep.
All right, this week's Shop of the Week, Michael.
Who do you want to pick, buddy?
Blend and Barrel Shop of the Week.
A bing
Okay.
bong.
Where I will be on Thursday doing a pairing event with some whiskey company.
Okay.
Never pronounce it. And Listener of the Week.
Do you have a listener of the week?
Oh, well, yes, I do, Michael.
Okay.
Shia Goldberg from Blend and Barrel.
Oh, a bing bong.
He listens every week.
All right.
Nice.
And Johnny from Cigar Vault Oakdale, shout out to Johnny, gave us these delicious Marsh cigars
Nice.
that
Old school tobacco, we were told.
we're going to review on Patreon.
Old school tobacco.
And we got something to talk about too, so it should be a very interesting show.
All right, guys, thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Welcome to the Cigar Hustler Podcast, the show brought to you commercial-free.
But a massive shout out to our amazing patrons on the Patreon.
Thanks to your unwavering support, we're able to do unfiltered, unbiased opinions. All things cigars, personalities in the cigar world.
Your backing makes it possible for us to keep it real.
Our listeners, cheers to you.
If you would like to become a Patreon member, go to www.patreon.com and search the Cigar Hustler Podcast. That one up.